Hola, people. Dang it. It is time for So Sweet Sunday. I almost missed. Dang it.
How about you the other day? Let me plug in my phone also. Hey, Samantha.
I gotta leave her up right here so I can see what's under her needle. So I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch Miss Galloway as I talk to you guys for a little bit. I decided to come on because I won't be on tomorrow morning. For like a regular Q&A, I have a lot of things I have to do in the morning, and then I have the silhouette challenge at 11, and then another live at 1, and then another live at 6:30. So I won't be on tomorrow morning. So I figured I'd come on for a quick spell this evening. So hello, incredible evening, everyone. How are you guys doing? Hola, hola, hola. Yeah, now my attention is divided because I want to see what she's doing, what's under her needle, what's she gonna stitch out today. Dang it. But hello. Not gonna be on too long. Just coming in, checking in, give you guys an opportunity for a Q&A for this week because this week is gonna be limited. I have so much to do. I have orders from HS Ink Designs I have to do. I have stuff for my regular academy stuff I have to do. I have to finish my calendar and put all of the because I wrote them all out, but all of my days for the 30 days, I need to put that on the official calendar so I can put that out. So I got a lot of stuff to do this week. Like I can't be lollygagging this week, so I won't be like this week. For real, won't be on. Outside of the ones that I have already scheduled, I won't be on too many like just random lives um this week. So uh yeah. Mm, I was just updating the uh, I was updating my mug template and a few yard sign templates because I'm going to do those this week for the Monday at 1 and then 6:30. It's like a template and then it's a full on application type deal. So I had to finish up some stuff for that, and I'm ready to get out of my chair because it's gonna make my legs hurt. And I also have to redo or resend the file to print off stickers. So that's another thing. I have to go to today before I shut down. I have to go to the Roland and I have to print off some stickers because we only have clear left. Well, I only did the clear. I need to do the white ones also. So hello. I'm super excited about my first non-traditional memorial design. I posted it in the group. I saw and it was amazing. I actually like it. I like the fact that you put alpha and omega. So for the beginning and the end, I thought that was really cool. So I like it. I know you were saying about the Y over the word mother, but I think that it actually works that way. It doesn't look bad at all. So I think it's perfect the way it is. Wouldn't change the file. Of course, you have to change the name sometime, but you did an amazing job. Hey, how y'all doing? Incredible evening, incredible evening, incredible evening, incredible evening. Hey. How y'all doing? There we go. I went through everyone. Oh, I know. I was so worried about watching Alexis. I forgot to share out my own post. So I'm still supporting. And if you want to leave here and you're like you want to know about embroidery and stuff, go check out Alexis Galloway. She has her group, but you can also just like look at her page. And she does live at 5 on Sundays, and she does her stitch out. So go check her out if you're wanting to know about embroidery. I'm not gonna. I normally wouldn't. I try not to be on the same time as others who I like to follow too. But this is the best time for me because I have a bunch of work to do. But let me share this out real quick. Copy, post. All right, I'll share it out to my groups. All right, no one else? Y'all have nothing for me? No, don't want to chat with me? I'll leave. It's okay. I understand. I just wanted to make myself, because I'm not going to be online for Q&A, so I wanted to come on today to, Q&A or just chop it up, chat it out. So there are no questions for me, though. We'll go ahead and end it. Oh, I almost forgot to do my introduction. Duh, Shakia. I just shared it out, so give me a minute, then I'll do my introduction. Just wanted to say, where is it? Thank you. I am loving the essentials. I was currently practicing before you came on. Oh, dang it, I feel bad. Go back to practice. Don't watch this one. Keep your practice time. If you're going to practice afterwards, practice. Get off of here. Go bye-bye. Go finish practicing. I'm actually excited about this essentials. I mean, because this one, it is more. Like, to be honest, I have audited a few beginner silhouette classes, and I think so. It just really depends on, like, what do you want out of it. Because I think a lot of the ones where people say, like, oh, it's like a beginner silhouette class, they mainly focus on, like, just learning the program to then operate the machine. So they'll do something like simple text or trace. For me, it's, I think of it as a graphic designing program. So my approach to my essentials or for beginners, I don't really, I think it does say beginners. Ooh, do I have it on there for beginners? I think it might say for beginners on the website, but it's not necessarily like for beginners. It is really about the essentials of the program. And yeah, it says for beginners. I'm actually probably going to change that title, because it's so much more than just for beginners. It is really for you to get a true understanding of the program as a designing software. It's broken down for beginners because we go slow. We break it all up into individual, like, little chunks every single day. But it's so much more than just, getting ready to do your first cut type deal. So I'm actually enjoying. So this was a new format for me. So it's good to hear that you are enjoying the new format, because it is a totally new format for me in how I do essentials. Because before it was just one day, and I basically, like, breeze through everything in a couple hours. I purchased a stole template. How do I print it? It really depends on what type of paper you have. If you have our summation paper rolls, you can just set your design page to, depending on which one you have. So I have, like, the 72, so I set mine to, like, 36, 37, somewhere in there. Place it on there. I'm able to print both sides of it at one time. So I put it in and I let it go and print. If you have a smaller format printer, you just have to do one side at a time on the 8-inch long paper. If you don't have roll paper, you still set it up the same, but overlap your sublimation paper before you print it, tape it together, and then send it through your printer. And that's another way to print it off. All right, so let me go ahead and reintroduce myself. My name is the Professor. All right, so hello everybody again. Incredible evening. I am Shakia, the Professor of Soloaholics Anonymous, 365 Creative Academy, Honestly Speaking product line, otherwise known as HSA 365, because with our product line for sublimation, with our sublimation paper, should I say, you can sublimate as low as 365 degrees as fast as 30 seconds. No butcher paper, no cover sheet, no parchment paper required for most applications as far as catching any ink that would bleed through the back. So even with doing mugs, you wouldn't have to like wrap it so that you wouldn't get the gas off on your mug press, which I may do that one on TikTok live because I have an order to do for a mug, so I may end up doing that one on TikTok live. But it doesn't bleed out, and I really only use butcher paper like underneath it to catch any ink if I'm doing a bleed, or to knock out the lines of like the harsh lines of demarcation on your shirt. Like, yeah, this one has no harsh line because I knocked it out. So this is my 365 Creative Academy shirt, which is totally off-centered. I just realized that. And then our ink bottles are amazing because they are 140 milliliters. I think we sell the largest size bottles out of anyone. Like all of our colors are this size. We don't do like just it for the black and then the rest are 70, or all of ours are 140. So you definitely get more bang for your buck. Don't have to do as many reorders and restocks of it because this is going to last you quite a bit when it comes to your ink. All right. Let's see. And then we also have a bunch of different classes over on shop.hsink365.com. Again, that is shop.hsink365.com. And that's where you can find all of our products. I don't think I put it in the description of this video, so I'm going to put it in the comments. I actually forgot to post my link tree all together. But if you go to any of my other videos, which are also very helpful and always great, you will see our links over there. Okay. So check out the site and everything that we have to offer, from templates to classes to sublimation ink, sublimation paper, heat tape. We have 6 different sizes of heat tape, chip resetters for the 77, 10, 20, and all of those, and a whole lot more. Oh, pigment ink. Go check it out. We also have, we're one of the only companies like really that bothered to get the 812 XLs for the newer printers. So definitely check that out because we do have the cartridges with the chips on it, as well as additional chips for the 7820, 7840, and 7310 printers. All right, so let's see. Where was I at? Heat presses. Would you recommend a 16x16 or 15x15, and what brand? So it really depends on what it is that you're doing. If you're going to do a lot of bigger items, definitely go with the 16x20. And then it really depends on what, like, because there is landscape and portrait. I have both, and they both serve different purposes, and I like them for different reasons. For the most part, I do like my portrait style more for certain things than the landscape. Like if I were to do a lot of oversized things, like and do like a full all over shirt, there we go. The portrait style works out better because you can actually cover more surface, because you'll have 20 inches and 20 inches. So you can really do about like 39 inches across, compared to when you have the 16 coming your way, you can only go but so far. So they serve different purposes. I always talk about the fact that I have a friend who only does children's clothing. So she has no desire for a large heat press because she doesn't like to even make like just one-offs for shirts. She pretty much does just children's clothing. That's her niche, that's her market. So there's no need for her to have a larger one, because the bigger the heat press, then you have to always use pressing pillows and things like that to raise up the middle area. If you're going to do a lot of onesies, it's probably even better to get like the really small one. It just really depends. I don't really have something I'll say like, okay, this is the best one. The one that I have was the one I pined over, and I thought it was like the greatest thing ever. But I'm a little underwhelmed with the Hotronics. It's not all it's cracked up to be as far as like my expectations of like just being wild. There are certain parts of it that I absolutely love, and then there are things that I'm like, but yeah, I mean, just get one that's quality. If you want to not have to worry about replacing it within a few years, just get one that's quality. The ones from Heat Transfer, Heat Press Nation, the I think it's like a Wallop, the Wallow one from Heat Transfer Warehouse. Stalls, of course, Hotronics are always great. Pro World, just if it's meant to be a workhorse, you want a workhorse, spend some coins on a workhorse. In my link tree, there is a link and it says like heat presses, and it's a couple different places like Heat Press Nation, Heat Transfer Warehouse, Pro World. All those have heat presses. So if you're having issues with the fade bars, most likely you are using version 4.4, and it has the auto PNG trace, which is why when you purchase the fades, there is a silhouette file. If you click on that, because that was made and saved intentionally from a different program, like a different version, if you open up that one, it won't cut it off. If you're just opening up just a single PNG file and you're using 4.4, because you have the PNG trace, it is going to cut it off. What you can do is go into preferences, import, and it says PNG, auto PNG trace, uncheck that, and it should come in the correct way. If not, utilize the silhouette file that is included that has all of the fades. I'm trying to make an oval bottle shape label in silhouettes, but for some reason having a hard time creating the shape for printing. I'm not sure what you mean. An oval bottle shape, meaning are you like for sublimation? What type of bottle is it? I mean, I'm trying to picture what you're saying, or what is it you're trying to do, because you're saying your hard time creating the shape for printing. Because if you're telling me oval, I'm just thinking, okay, I'm just going to make it oval. So you got to give me a little bit more than that, because I'm a little confused as far as what it is you're trying to do. Incredible Sunday. How are you, my dear? Paper and ink is amazing. I actually receive sales from shirts I made for myself because of the amazing colors. That is awesome. One of my friends here said that he was like, look, I had to go up on my prices because, baby, these colors are amazing compared to what he was using before. He said even his mom noticed. So he was like, oh, no, they get much, like it's a better quality, even though the paper is less expensive than what he buys, but the quality is better. He went up on his prices. Yes, the Stole classes are playbacks only. I will not be doing those live anytime soon because I did 3 days of those. So yes, that is a class that I did last year and it's playback only. Well, I'm doing this live today because I won't be live tomorrow morning. I probably won't have another Q&A until Friday. So as far as just me being live and doing a Q&A, I won't have another one until Friday. I'm on my 6 black tumbler. They really are the devil. They are coming out horrible. Oh no, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I'm using an Oster oven, 375 for 5 minutes, tape method. Yeah, they can be hit or miss. What prints? Like, okay, I saw a couple of them and like one looked okay, but the bottom part. So with that one, you had gaps. You just have to make sure that it's nice and flat. Trim it. You're not going to be able to go all the way down to the edge. So you're going to have to trim that off instead of trying to fold it under. So I saw that one. As far as with the others with the color, I'm not sure why they were coming out that way. I pretty much now do 350 for about 5.5, 6 minutes in a cold oven. So I don't preheat it. I just set it to 350, throw it in there on convection or turbo, hit start and I'm good. Try documenting like exactly your process, writing it down. And that will help you narrow down what's going on and maybe even help me figure out what changes can be made. So truly document it and write it down as far as what all you did and how it came out. I'm trying to print an oval shaped template for a lotion bottle. So you made the oval and it's a matter of it just not being sized properly. Have you measured it? When will the graduation class be available for? So I'm not really doing a full-on graduation like that. I decided to do them via YouTube videos. So tomorrow at 1, I'm going to show one of my templates, and then at 6:30 on Honestly Speaking's channel, I will do like a demo of some sort. I realized I did a lot, like the major ones, as far as like most people were asking about the stoles. I really don't want to sit through that 3 days again. I did 3 days last year. The information is going to be the same no matter what. I have a really busy month. Most people are getting into it now. So if I end up waiting until like April to do it, which is when I really prepare for it, it's going to put, most people are going to have the things they need because they want to start promoting now. So I'm doing little videos throughout, like on Facebook, and you can learn from that. I'm just not doing any like classes where it's like click for click and step by step. I decided not to do that this year. I'm new. Can you guide me in the correct direction for your classes? What do you mean by that? As far as where to purchase them or like what classes? Need a little bit more information on as far as what information you're needing. Good evening. And the only one that I probably will do, it will be closer to the end of the month where if you like, there'll be more so, here's the list of things that you need, and I'm going to be there to help guide you. I'll provide like a sample design, and you just have to press it. I will not be on to where we're going to wait for you to create one with a graduate that It's going to be, here's the file, print it out, walk you through as far as just lining it up, and you can press it. And then for the yard sign, I said I'll probably do the class that I'm going to keep trying to tell my mom to do, like her practice, where you'll have to get a big piece of vinyl and just practice, using the wet method and putting it down, just to kind of get the hang of it before you waste a lot of money on a printed one and then it's all wrinkly and full of bubbles. I thought about doing those to help with the application part and just be live to help you guys through that. But if you're not actually going to do it with me and you're not able to, it'll be pointless for you to take the class. What classes you would recommend for beginners? Beginners doing what? Sublimation, just learning silhouettes, vinyl, or just like learning about t-shirts. Like I have classes for pretty much everything. The only ones I have active right now is my 30-day challenge. Anyone can join my master's program at any point, it's not the traditional master's. Basically, it is just the you don't get access to my bachelor's. You only get access to the master's sessions each month, and that's like full on design sessions. This month we're doing autism and awareness type designs is what we're doing this month. And I always have I have different a la carte classes for different things. But as far as just like learning it from the beginning, if you want to learn designing via Silhouette Studio, because that's the only program I teach in depth, I do have a Essentials to Photoshop class that I need to put that on the schedule to redo that one, but I have like a playback for one, and it just goes over like that one really goes over like the essentials, and I'm just showing you like the different tools and how they work, and then you can follow along afterwards. The Essentials Silhouette Studio is somewhat watch to get the understanding of it. On the weekends, it is kind of, okay, let's click on some things and get our feet wet, get our hands dirty in it. Sublimation I do have Summation for Beginners. That one is another live class that will be on the 19th. It says 12 on there, but I actually have to move that up to 11 because I have my silhouette class at 1. So I'm going to actually move that up to like probably like 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Now, the first 2 sessions, I really went through a lot of just like truly like the basics, understanding your colors, understanding how the printers work, what is sublimation. Then the one for March is going to be more of hands, like not say hands-on, but I'm going to do some demos of pressing different items, showing how, different techniques for tumblers, and doing some walkthroughs for that. If you want to attend that one live, it is a separate fee. If you have already taken the first 2. So for me, my class is like, the playbacks are great, but when you're able to attend live, that's where I really charge for stuff, is when you're coming to a live class with me. And anyone that's attended one of my live classes know that you can unmute, ask questions in real time, get help in real time. So the live classes is where it's at if you're able to attend it live. Now, if you've already purchased access to the Summation for Beginners, you will see the playback. You'll get access to the playback for from the 19th. You just will not be able to attend live. If you want to attend live, you have to pay $10. But all of the information is on our website. If you kind of let me know what you're more so interested in, I can kind of give you some ideas as far as what playbacks and then what live classes will work for you. Oh, I'm also doing one for the fans, and that's another one where I'm just going to be there for you to do your print and cut, glue it, maybe even talk about like pricing and stuff like that. But I'm not doing any more design classes on that stuff. Not like full on classes, should I say. Is it okay to do multiple printhead cleanings? My Cyan lines are broken, did a printhead cleaning, and now my Magenta is broken on the F570. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot help you when it comes to the F570. To me, eco tanks are the worst when it comes to fixing them or like maintaining them. That's why I do not like eco tanks, because you can't really get into it to do a simple push air. So things like that, that is my kryptonite, and I am unable to help when it comes to like maintenance on an eco tank printer. And an F570 is basically an eco tank printer. Trying to work on changing up the 2022 after yesterday's video. When changing colors on the O, it's making the inside of the O solid, but not sure what I missed. Did you, if you typed it out yourself, did you release compound path? If you did, then you have to make it a compound path. If it's something that you traced and you did a trace and detach, you should be doing a trace, not a trace and detach. So did you type it out or did you trace something? Okay, well, I don't mean to bring it up on here because, I mean, not everyone's preview, although you did post it to your social media. How's this? How is this? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you typed it, did you release compound path on it? Because if you type something out, it's automatically a compound path. So it should be, oh, I just realized, why y'all didn't tell me my banner was still up there? All right, so I guess I'll just stay over here and use this one as an example. So yeah, when you type it out, like if you just fill it, when you first type it out, it is like this. So when you fill it with color, it should automatically be filled with color. Now, if you did release compound path, instead of just ungrouping. So when you ungroup, you can move those letters around and change the color and it still has the opening. But if you release compound path, then ungrouped, you're going to have this piece be separate. And when you fill it in with color, it's going to fill that in. So just make it a compound path. Yeah, it's only happening with the O because the other ones are two. They don't have a middle part to it. So if you release the inner shape of the O. Okay, awesome. That's good to hear. I have learned so much. You are a wonderful teacher. Thank you for all your help. You are welcome. Glad to know that you are learning a lot. That is always the end goal. Okay. Man. Ooh. Ugh, it's like thinking about it again. And now I think you get more. Did you give that much detail? I didn't know you hit the cement flower pot. Oh. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Whoa. That makes my face hurt for you. Well, I pray for speedy recovery and full on healing because I know that has to hurt. Probably still hurts and sore. And if you guys have any specific design styles for grad things, like, I'm more so focusing on like the text type stuff because you can take that and apply it to any design, apply it to your graduation stoles, apply it to your grad cap tops, apply it to a mask. So if there's any design style that you would like to see done on the Wednesday or Friday design sessions over on Silaholics Anonymous YouTube, either drop me an email with a picture or post it in my group and like Silaholics Anonymous Silhouette Help. Well, actually that changed. That one is now called Learn with the Professor, I think it's called. I changed the name of Silaholics Anonymous Silhouette Help. Or honestly speaking, drop your inspiration pictures if you would like to see me do a specific style on Wednesdays and Fridays. Yes, she is the best professor I've ever had. I've been using Silhouette for 6 years, and you have taught me so much. Yay! Hello, April. Welcome, welcome. Man, you saw her face. You were pretty harder too. Like when I first saw that, I was like, oh man. But your dad must not be on Facebook then. Because that picture you showed the day is it worse than the day that it happened? Because it was like red and all that stuff. Is it worse from that? Because that picture looked bad. And hopefully your dad's not on social media. This week I did update the Oh, I closed it already. Oh no, there it is. I did update my mug template because I always say I make my templates how I know how to work them, but I know as newbies, sometimes it's harder to be able to visualize that, especially if you're not familiar with the program. So I did update it and I broke it up into like the individual templates. So if you're just doing, like, let's just say you're doing something here and you want to make sure that it's lined up or like down the center here. That's what the bottom is for. So I broke it up. And, you know, if you're going to do a full coverage one like this one, then that is like the top one. So I did update that one, and I'll be going over that. That is, I'll be going over that one. I'm actually doing a separate video because there's an order for my Black Pledge mug. So I already have it set up, but I'm going to set it up again and do that. Okay, cool beans. So any questions for me, guys? Because I will not be doing a Q&A this week. I will not be doing a Q&A this week. Oh, I got to go back to Alexis. I want to see what she stitched out. Hold on. Oh, she's finished already? Dang it. Now, how I missed that? Ah, she's finished already. Well, it is 5:45. Darn it. I missed the entire stitch out. Oh, no, she's still live. Is she still live? Dang it. I think I missed her whole stitch out because now she's talking. Darn it. Hold on. I am looking for something. There are 4 downloads from today's class. Waiting on my tax refund too. You know, you always give me some really cool things I can use. So you have to invest. I like that in myself with some of your classes. I like that. I'm going to have to put that. When y'all get y'all taxes, invest in some HS Ink products. On the playback for the stoles, you show how to press them also. No, that's more so design. I did how to press it. I did that for free on Facebook, on YouTube. So there, I have a YouTube video on that. Let me see, did I go through? Actually, no, I think I did. No, I did go through press and print because everybody got access to the press and print. So everyone got, they were just level 1, they got access to level 1 and then the press and print. So yes, I did do that. But I don't do it that way anymore. I think I showed it with the board and it was Acting Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I don't use the board. So just watch the videos that I've done on YouTube because I use the tacky paper and I don't use a board or anything to press it. I have another one that's coming up. Like you guys will see that on one of the Thursdays that's coming up. I think it's on my schedule for the third Monday for Honestly Speaking on the Honestly Speaking YouTube channel. I want to say it's the third Monday for the stoles. Because that's when I think that's the week the kids are on spring break. Yeah, so I think that's when it is, and you'll see me do another one again. But how I did it in that class, I think even in that class I said I don't ever like to really use the hardboard. I just use our tacky paper and I just press it. I don't use a hardboard at all. Do you have a class on how to set up a Shopify selling customs? So in my regular Shopify class, I go over that and I have a recommendation on how to set that. Like what's a good way to do it. I don't recommend the app where someone just uploads their picture, So I do talk about that in that in that particular class on um alternative methods. Like you can post it. It really depends on what all you're doing as customs. If you have a lot of different items, it can be, you have to be very strategic in how you set it up. So if you're just going to have your site be where they can order and purchase, you need to have a really, really, really good social media, and where you can break up your like albums and stuff to show birthday shirts, because you can't, if you're doing customs, that means every design is different. You're not going to be able to put all of those different things on your website. And if you put a lot of pictures and like in picture carousels, that can slow up the upload. So for me, for customs, it is more of a, have other places that's going to show your work. Utilize YouTube, utilize Instagram, utilize TikTok, Facebook, so that you have this catalog and people can really see what it is that you do. And maybe have like your top designs of the week or the month and kind of post those. But customs is something that's really hard to capture everything on your website because it's always changing. You just show different examples. And then you'll have one for shirts. All you really need is one listing for shirts. They will place their order. Now, are you doing Salvation shirts? Are you doing HTV shirts? Will you be doing it based off of like one base price? Or are you going to do add-ons? So I talk about, having variants for add-ons. I may have, like for me, whenever I'm pricing out vinyl shirts, I have my base price for vinyl shirts, and then it's an upgrade. Like, so if you want to add a color, it's an upcharge for that color, but the base price is the same. So on my invoice line, it says, um, uh, um, like 2-color upgrade, or if it's if it now becomes like glitter. So it's like the 2-color upgrade, and then I'll add the upcharge for, or the add-on for it being glitter. It really depends on how you want to have it set up. The Shopify is more so just about setting it up. In my creative business program, we go through those things as far as how to capture your orders for customs. But Shopify is just Shopify because there's no one way. I don't know how many custom items you're offering. Are you offering shirts, tumblers, mugs, yard signs, this, like, keychains, foam board, chip bags? Like, if you're offering all of that stuff, then that's a lot of different listings, and you have to decide what's going to make it easier for you. Are you going to just do packages so that you don't have to have so many listings and for them to go through? I mean, that's something that you really have to sit down and decide how you want it to flow. And depending on how you want it to flow, setting up the Shopify is the same no matter if you have ready to ship or custom. What do you do to what do I do? Where do I go to upgrade my site to business? Let me drop my link for you. It's better if you go through my link, or actually just go to my website. So if you go over to, wait a minute, where is it? So you go to our website right here at the top where it says Silhouette Studio Business Edition Upgrade. Hi, buddy. Yeah, you got food? Did you bring mommy some? Can I have a kissy? I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. My kids have been with their grandma all weekend. May I have a kiss? Hold on one second, y'all. My child is making me come with him. Hold on one second. Sorry. My child wanted to show me food that wasn't for me because my mother definitely didn't buy me any Subway, but he wanted to come show me that they had food, but it wasn't for me. But yeah, so you click on that. It's going to take you over here to Swing Design. It costs the same amount. It used to be cheaper, but now it's the same amount. And this particular one for $99 or $100 takes you from the free version to the business. So there's no in between. You don't have to go through each individual one. So click where it says business edition on our site. It'll take you here and you just purchase it from there. You're going to end up getting 2 emails. You're going to get an email. You're going to get 3 really. So you'll get your confirmation email. Then you're going to get an email because they give you like some free stuff like the silhouette. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized there said the ultimate silhouette guide to software upgrades. Wait a minute now. No, but so you get that. I think you also get, something to So Fancy. Yeah, so you get $100 towards SVG fonts and other designs on So Fancy, and then you get what else? Then you'll get a third email that will actually have your 16-digit code that you input into either Silhouette Studio itself or on the Silhouette America website. Do you use Hardboard for pressing larger items when doing multiple presses like blankets? No, I do not. I don't anymore. Some you will see a lot of people they use that because I use our tacky paper. I have a big roll of craft paper and it's normally just put on there and then I press it. Now, I did have like with my one blanket only because it's like on the floor and I don't want it on my floor. I use a hardboard or just put something else under it. So I think last time when we did my mom's, I don't use the hardboard. I just took another one of our old blankets and put it underneath it. And I like for big blankets, I don't try to do it under my heat press. Yes, it takes hella long because the easy press is only 12 by 10, but I rather go and press that with my easy press because I don't trying to maneuver that in this small space. It's just too much for me. And I don't have like just unlimited space. My heat press isn't in an area where I can, just unlimited space around it. I have a cabinet on this side and then I have shelves on this side. So I rather do big blankets and different things like that on the floor with my easy press and keep it moving shot. And if I am doing like an all over shirt, I still don't use a hardboard. I have plenty of videos. I don't use a hardboard. I just use our tacky paper so that it stays in place. Hold on. I had someone send me a screenshot from class because I was trying to see why hers came out a certain way. And yes, her ratio was different, which is why her crop came out differently. All right, we've been on for almost an hour. Last call again. I will not be doing a Q&A this week. I will be live, but I won't be doing a Q&A. I'll be live 2 times tomorrow. Tuesday, I probably will not be live at all, Wednesday I have class, so Wednesday I will be live at 10 a.m. and then on Friday I'm live at 6:30. Is it 6:30? Yeah. And I have no, I'm not live at 6:30. I'm live at, I think, oh gosh, because I have masters on the 11th. I got to go back to my schedule. I need to post all of my lives and get that together and post all those, because Friday I have masters, so I won't be live in the evening because that class starts at 7. But yeah, no more Q&As this week. No, there is no way to soften an in Silhouette Studio because it is a vector-based program. There is a tool called, like, there's a website and it's called like Blur Edges. It's not like Photoshop type of blur edges because it can potentially go around the entire thing, but they do have that one in it's a website, and you just type in Blur Edges. If you're in my memorial class, I gave you like the direct link for it. And it's also in my memorial. I think it's in the description of my memorial video on YouTube. And it's a site that you can go to kind of blur that off. Just look for websites, or you can do it through PixArt on your phone, save it, and then bring it into Silhouette Studio. But you cannot do it directly in Silhouette Studio. Well, I think it was Jade. See? I go right to the edge. It's not curling underneath, so that you don't get the white cast. I thought I had another tumbler in here, but I don't. Oh, wait, I do. And see, this one is black. And see, I don't go all the way to the edge so that it doesn't ghost at the bottom. And that's my light. It actually does go all the way to the top. My light is making it look, it's white up there. All right. No other questions have been posted. All right, y'all. I shall talk to you later. You will see me, but it'll be all like it'll be specific like subjects, and I have promised myself to not get reeled in with answering random questions when I go live. That way the lives are not unnecessarily long for no reason. So I'm trying to be very intentional with not going off script. Because I have quite a few of I need to do. Like I need to show changing out the vinyl on the Roland, on Roro 365. The mint. I'm actually going to do I was supposed to do it today, but I got lazy. I'm going to do the mint. I'll probably do that on Tuesday because I don't have anything scheduled for Tuesday. I'll probably use my mint because I need to do a stamp. I need a stamp. So I'll probably do that on Wednesday. Oh, they're not always flawless, honey. They're not always flawless. Sometimes it gets like the little, like this one right here wasn't flawless. So I got a little bit of white cast on there. But I was experimenting with that when I was trying some other stuff that somebody suggested, which is why my top looks kind of weird. But it's not always flawless. I have mistakes too. It's not always flawless. I don't been on lives and I've shown a couple mistakes. Couple mishaps. I was trying to see if there's another one in here, but I've taken most of them out of the office because they were piling up. Also, Formula B is back in stock. So if you haven't gotten your email saying it was back in stock, not Formula B, our signature black ink and all that kind of good jazz is back in stock. So you can use your code. Emails will be sent out. That code will be valid only until mid-April is when that code will expire. So the email will go out where you guys have to use that, use your discount code from Black Friday. Alrighty, y'all. Well, I shall talk to you guys later. Thank you for hanging out with me on this good old incredible Sunday. I haven't done a professor service announcement on a Sunday in a while, but it'll probably be a while because all of March I have the Learn Silhouette Studio in 30 days. You guys still can sign up for that. Once we hit the max, well, there's a max number as far as the lives. Once we hit that, it will temporarily be sold out until after the 30 days so that because I won't be able to take any more people live. So once we reach that cap for the lives, you'll see that it'll be temporarily sold out, and you'll only be able to watch, well, once it's done, you'll be able to catch the playbacks. But yeah, that's once we max out on the number of people I like to have on. I don't like to have too many people because then it makes it to where it's not as intimate, and it doesn't make it where it doesn't allow for people to really unmute and ask questions, because then if it's too many people, then I have to make it where you guys cannot unmute yourself, and one of the admins you have to raise your hand, and one of the admins has to tell you, ask you to unmute, because that's just way too many people to control. So yeah. My Learn Silhouette in 30 days is $83.65. And I'm telling you, it is worth way, way, way more than that. It is definitely worth way more. Let me see. I'm going to show you how long some of these classes are. So this was the overview. Oh, wait, I forgot. I can't show that because I don't know if you guys can see that part. It'll put it to where you have access. Yeah, I can't show that part. Oh, crapola. I was trying to show it, but I forgot. I really can't because the link is on there. But it is. I'm going to go up here. This is the course, and I call it the Ultimate Video Reference Guide. This is something that even years from now, you'll be able to refer back to it when you're trying to figure out, okay, wait, why is it working this way? Because the joy of it is recorded live, right? So when my silhouette acts crazy, you guys get to see how I work myself out of it, or like if it happens to you, to not panic, to just either undo, and like how to go back and identify what the issue is. Because we've had I'm not sure if any of my students, like the students are on here, we've had maybe at least once or twice every single class, something is not ideal. Like today, I'm gonna show you guys one little thing from there, right? So I made a mistake today when we were doing like the cropping in Make Compound Path. Let's see, I gotta find it. Actually, that's the weld one for tomorrow. Is this the one? Okay, yeah. So it was supposed to be like this so that I can go through the lesson and stuff. So it's supposed to be solid circles. Well, when I copied it, I copied the wrong one onto, because I prep here. So all of the lessons like for that day is here. And then I break it up to where they have individual worksheets to work from. So we keep all the crop, all the subtract all, the modify tool. We have one for weld. So it's a bunch of different downloads. And I made a mistake and copied the one that I had already done. And because I did that, they got like an extra little lesson. And then on the crop one, Silhouette wanted to do its own thing. And then instead of cropping to the C for me, now everybody else, it did it correctly. But for me, it didn't. And it ended up filling in all the colors. And then I completely forgot to convert this to path, which is, what I always tell you, if you're going to sell a file, you have to make sure that you are converting it to path so that it's no longer in text mode. Because if someone doesn't have that font, it's going to show up kind of cuckoo crazy it's going to show up like a default font in their system. So we had that mistake happen on mine. Like, I don't know how I forgot, because this was a compound path. Like that was a path, but this one wasn't. So it allowed me to really explain that. So my little mishaps are always a blessing in disguise. Like I feel like God always got my back and he watching out for me, because those little mishaps make for great learning experiences. So that's one thing I love about like my live class and the fact and how I do it. It's not me pre-recording it and editing it to where it's like this perfect class. This is this perfect click, perfect subtract, perfect crop. No, you get to see the hiccups and all, and it will help you whenever you have hiccups. So it's amazing. And where is the other one? I'm going to go paste here. Oh, wait, no. I already did that. Let's see. Let's go copy and then paste. So it was a part of our subtract all lesson, but since it was technically already subtract, like they got to see me make it whole again. I just use keyboard shortcuts to do it. And you'll see like each one is a ring. But I'm not right now, I'm using keyboard shortcuts. So you don't even see it move. We talk about, I teach about keyboard shortcuts. So they got to see how to fix this with releasing compound path and weld so that we can do the actual lesson. So I love that about just the layout of the class and the way it's kind of going, because yeah, you always get to see those little mishaps. But the class is 8365. It definitely could easily be more than that. I made it very, very reasonable. It was suggested that I should have waited until after tax season and got Taxmas money. I was like, no, I'm okay. So 8365 and it's 30 days. So it's less than $3. It comes out to around $2.73 per day to be trained and taught by the best at this. I am very proud to say I'm the GOAT. I'm really kind of nice with this Silhouette and just the way I teach and just explaining and breaking down graphic design. You will feel like not just a crafter, not just someone who does Silhouette, like you're going to feel like a full-on graphic designer, and you're going to feel confident to take on programs like Illustrator, Photoshop once you get done with my classes. All right, so it's 8365 is the amount of the class. And I'll put it in the description, in the comments, because I forgot to put it in the description. But if you just go to the website, it is right up under the main, like under the main header and the main thumbnails. So right up under this are the classes, and you can click there. And the summation for beginners in business, the first 2 sessions, we really went over like the basics. I decided to not do that one again. And we're going to do I'm going to go over it very, very quickly, like briefly in the beginning, but I'm going to go over more of like actually pressing shirts, pressing tumblers, talking about templates and how to create your own. So that's going to be the next session on March 19th. But I have to change this banner because I have to move the class to like 10 o'clock, 10:30 because of the silhouette class at 1 o'clock. My class, the sessions are at 11 a.m. Monday through Friday. So 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, it's at 1. Monday through Friday, it's only 1 hour. 1 hour, and try my best to kind of stick to that 1 hour because I know a lot of people are watching it like on their lunch break or like just breaks and stuff. And then Saturday and Sunday, we have a little bit more time. And it's at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays and Sundays. Is your subclass going to include how to do 13 by 19 with a smaller printer in a new way? I don't know what you mean, how to do 13 by 19 with a smaller printer. You can't print 13 by 19 paper with a smaller printer. I'm not sure what that means. If your printer only prints 8.5 inches wide, do you mean as far as piecing it together? Is that what you mean? Like just taking 8.5 by 11s and piecing that? That I don't have a new way of doing it. I do it the same way every single time in Silhouette. I have a free video on how to break up smaller ones to do bigger prints. There is a free video on Silhouette Studio on how to do that. Yeah, no, I won't be doing that. You have to just follow the video that I have on my YouTube channel. It's on Sillaholics Anonymous and it's on Honestly Speaking. Sillaholics Anonymous. Full bleed. This right here is the updated version of how to do it in Silhouette Studio. So search Full Sillaholics Anonymous or Honestly Speaking, search Full Bleed, and you will find that particular video. And that's going to walk you through the only method that I use for that. I don't have a new way of printing it out. No problem. And also with the summation for beginners and business, if you click on it, it gives you the information. Click read more. Make sure you guys read the description because it tells you if you want to access just the playbacks for January, February, March, or just access all playbacks and not attend live, you purchase any 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17 paper and put in that code. So both the class and the paper must be in your cart, and you'll get access to the class, like the playbacks of January, February, which pretty much have like the same information. And then after March's session, you will see the playback for March. If you would like to attend live, you add the live class. So this is pre-recorded. This is the live class. So you click on that one to get access to the live class, which is $43.65, and you put in this code and it will take off the $33.65 and you only pay $10. If you have taken the if you've already signed up, like you already have access to it, I will be dropping a code that you can put in. You don't have to buy anything. You just add the class, but you're going to have a code so that you can attend the live session for $10 as well if you would like to attend the live the next live sublimation for beginners, because we're going to go a little bit over templates, just some techniques and stuff. It's never be perfect. Everyone's technique is different. I did order the silicone bands and the sleeve because I want to test those out. So we'll kind of dive a little bit into how those work and some other things. So this one's going to be a little bit different because it's going to be like get into like the actual application for you to understand like maybe why your print isn't coming out right. Was it pressure? Was it, different things like that? Have you done your puff vinyl and how did the shirt go that you brought from the vinyl place? So I did do the shirt, which, where you go? I just actually had it. It was on my chair. The shirt I did, as expected, it is kind of like the jerseys, which I'm not a fan of. Like, I really don't like the cotton shirts. I like the shirts that have more of a semi-gloss feel. Where is this shirt at, y'all? I thought I just had it here. So I have not done the puff vinyl yet, but I did do the shirt, which, where did it go? Okay, hold on. See, this one isn't that bad from jerseys, but what in the heck is a shirt? And I just had that sucker. Hold on. Did I throw it back here? Oh, yes, I did. So the puff I did not do, not yet, but this was the Yazback. It's not bad. It's not bad. I didn't understand. I'm not used to lint brushing shirts. I didn't get any of the blue squiggly, so I don't know if that's from not lint brushing. But what I did not care for when it came to this was I have no idea why. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Like, hold on. See around the shop and like around the black? I have no idea why that happened because that doesn't happen on the shirts that have a bit more shine to it. So that kind of threw me off. But as far as like the color, it's not bad. I've never really been a fan of the ones that look like cotton. I like a little shine. I like the little semi-shine, semi-gloss type shirts. To me, the colors just look different and they just pop different. See, like, to me, this look, well, my camera right now makes it look, okay, there we go. Let me back up some because up close it was looking crazy. But to me, this looks better than this. And this is the one this is the Team 365. So it's kind of a shine to it. I'm trying my best not to fall. If I fall, y'all, y'all won't see me for a month. So I like the the shinier shirts better than I do the ones that are like cotton. So that I did do because I did that along with the coaster because I had to make even a coaster. But I haven't done the puff vinyl yet. Will I be doing a business live? What do you mean a business live? I do business talks live and business Q&As all the time. But as far as like a class, I have my creative business. And for summation and business, we go over not how to run your business, but I give like different things as far as suggestions for things that you can like what items you can sell and how to like market and stuff like that. But as far as like pricing, every market is different. In my creative business, I give full on detail about how to come up with pricing and how to take your orders, but not in like just a regular summation class. Yes, the Team 365, I got that one from Jiffy, but a couple different places sells it. It's not exclusive to Jiffy shirts. If you search just Team 365, polyester shirts or just polyester or just shirts, you'll find a couple different places have them. Could I show how to use the fade? I have done that several times. I will close out with that. There's no one way to use it. It all depends on what it is you're trying to use it for. I use it to create shadows. You place it where you want and you crop it. That's basically what you do with it. File, merge. Come here. Grandma got this darn tight thing on your head. Because why is your ponytail so little? Squeezing and pulling my baby edges. Yeah, Grandma did it. I know.
You back to BDB.
Ooh.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm looking for the folder that has them all PNG fade. I want the folder that has all of them. You need a plan as far as what? A plan for your business? Let me just find the folder. Come on. Fade mask. I mean, we've had some conversations, so I'm not sure what has changed between the last time we had conversations as far as the direction of your business and the plans that you wanted for your business. If that's not working, unfortunately, right now, I'm not doing any one-on-one sessions. My schedule is really, really busy. If you are able to email me and tell me exactly what, like what it is that you're trying to figure out now that was different from before, maybe we can schedule something. I can figure out a day that works best. And I can only give you, every business is going to be different. Not sure what help or assistance you're looking for. I don't do mentorships to kind of help you through the entire process. I check up on people every once in a while to figure out, if I kind of gave them any suggestions, what's working for them and what's not. But my creative business one, we go through a lot of different things that could potentially help your business, not just for one business. We kind of go over whether it's for someone that has a candle business, if you're doing sublimation, if you're doing party favors, and everyone takes a little bit for as far as what applies to them, especially when it comes to marketing. So I would recommend the creative business program. If you're just looking for like extended help and just in like a lot of different areas. So I'm just going to take this one. If I wanted to have the faded look at the bottom of this, I'm going to just stretch it to kind of get it over there. I'm going to take the background, copy it, paste in front, remove the color of the circle so that it's transparent. Hold down shift, click on the fade and crop. That's all you do for fades. For the most part, it's like cropping to something. So let's say I wanted something to look like a shadow underneath this. I'm going to make this white. I'm going to duplicate, no color, and I'm going to crop this. Oops. I'm going to I didn't mean to do that. I mean to offset, cancel. I meant to crop it. Okay. So now let's say I take my black fade and I want it to be like a shadow underneath it because you can't do true drop shadows in silhouette. So I'm going to bring this to the front. I'm going to stretch this out so it's just like a little bit of a peekaboo. Send it to the back. Duplicate that in front. No color. Hold down shift, click on that fade and crop. Oh, wait. No, I did that one backwards. Hold on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. All right, just have to bring it down some. Remove the color, hold down shift, click, and crop. So I have like that little bit of extra. I don't really need all the rest of this either. So we're going to copy, paste, and no, wrong part. Come on. There we go. So I'm going to make that just a little bit smaller. Hold down shift, select that fade, and I'm going to subtract that top part. So it's like right underneath, it's not the whole thing. And I just realized it's off to the side. So it's a couple different techniques to kind of really get it the way you want. You have to understand how to work Silhouette Studio. So now that will look kind of like a little fade underneath it. So yeah, a lot of different things that you can do. If I want it to not be so much of it showing, I'm going to go to advanced. I'm going to go to pan. I'm going to push that up. So that looks better. I like how that looks a little bit better. So where it's less of it showing and it gives it like a raised look because it's putting the shadow behind it. A lot of ways that the fade bar can be used in Silhouette Studio. I use it for fonts to, let's see, do we have a word over here? Yep, let's go with shipmate, copy. So I cropped it down to this to where it has a fade to it, but the black is technically still intact, and then you just have the faded part on top. So a lot of different ways that it can be used. All right. All right, y'all. I am out of here. You caught me you caught me right at the end. I was actually supposed to be off. I've been on an extra 24 minutes just for you, Miss Carol. All right, y'all. I am out of here. Thank you guys so very much for joining me. Don't forget to visit our website, shop.hsink365.com, for everything from classes to submission ink, pigment ink. You're going to see me use a lot more pigment ink in the next like couple of weeks because getting ready for graduation time, that's what I use for my grad fans, chip bags, like candy apple toppers. Like I end up having a lot of orders for those because I work with other treat makers and party planners. So I end up doing a lot of different things for graduation season, for graduation parties and trunk parties. Now, I will say one of the classes that I will be doing, and I'm trying to prep for it because it's going to be one where I'm going to mail you out part of like in sections, just because it'll be a lot easier than you trying to cut it yourself. You can always practice on your own, but I will be selling some kits to be able to create card boxes like from foam board. Really, really inexpensive, great money makers. I normally kind of, you use spray paint. You have to use the Elmer's one. So you have to end up getting those early, because if you end up using the Dollar Tree ones, it doesn't spray paint as well. But that's another big one for me, is making custom card boxes from foam board. Not sure if you guys have ever seen the one that I made for my grandma. Let's see, gallery. Let me try and find that real quick. Because I don't think this is on my social media yet. But this box is not, I say cardstock. I meant foam board. So see that card box? Or did I say card box foam board? Hold on, I'm trying to find it. That's my grandma. That's my grandma. But see that box? That is all foam board. There's like this like bling, soft bling meshy thing, and then just silver paper on it. The Estella and the 91 are all cardstock. There is one of it on my car. We can see it a whole lot better. That was, oh, see, there was in the making of it. There's a close-up picture of it. And the top comes off to get like easy access to the cards. I thought I had the one that was sitting on top of my car, but I guess not. Ooh, that was a perfect seam on that tumbler. That's nice. But yeah, so that is one of the classes that will come up, and it will be like a hands-on. But when I do that one, you're going to purchase and pay for the shipping for the kit, because I'm going to pre-cut all of the strips. That way in the class, you can focus on just putting it together versus cutting it. And then I'll give you instructions on how to cut it. But that is the other one that's coming up very, very soon. I just had to cut. I have to make sure I prep all the boxes. I'm only doing so many of those. As far as sending them out, if you want to attend the class, you can, just to kind of view it and see for your own. But I will only be doing so many of the kits so that I can I can ship them out to you guys. All right. So that's the only one I'm doing live. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.